As wide as my eyes could open, and as fast as my fingers could move, I sat in front of the television screen, maneuvering the controller in my hand, throwing punches and kicks until I heard the KO once again. Whether you were really trying or not, with each win I felt like a real hot shot. Little did I know that would become one of my fondest memories with you. You are an interesting man. A man with pride as high as the mountains can reach. A man who hides any signs of foreseeable weaknesses. And a man who would never say, "I love you." I have heard of others being daddy's little girl, and I yearn day to day to be just that. But those words were simply too foreign to fit into my world. I remember clutching the stories of my day close to my heart, with excitement as if I had a new discovery to share. But before a word is even spoken, I tuck the stories back into my briefcase. For another day, for another opportunity to hopefully arise. I remember tear stains forming a desert on my face as I sat and waited for your touch, for your comfort to water my spirits, but instead I reached within myself to fill up those cracks until every scar was hidden. I remember the soles of my shoes running on its very last thread as I desperately searched for ways to make you proud. But disappointment met me at every door. Yet I chose to continue on a race without a finish. I remember falling into a pit without anything to get me out. I screamed and shouted, "Daddy, come find me." But all I heard in return was my echo telling me that this wasn't a game of hide and seek. I questioned why I wasn't enough. But somewhere in my mind I remembered a shadow of a man in the background. Hot summer days with seat covers magically appearing. Gas tank somehow at full, and dinner always being on the table. I remember there once was a boy, 16 years of age, yet he fought with every ounce of his body to survive. With solely the clothes on his back, he left his family to pave a road ahead. He witnessed as the war tears down everything he once loved. He watched as body flops like fishes into the sea, and somehow still found strength to take on a new identity. With every drop of sweat and blood, he held dearly to what made him to be. He carried a heart of courage and a spirit of endless resilience. I remember that boy was you. I remembered that sometimes action speaks louder than words. That food, shelter, and clothing was your language of love, and that your goal for me was to survive, and ultimately to stay alive. I remember that sometimes the world doesn't deal us an easy hand of cards. So you prepared me to be able to play whatever game life throws at me. You remember that there will always be a war, and that making soldiers is better than making princesses. You remembered where you came from, and you made sure I knew that I too was a Vu. So today I stand tall, chest upright with pride as high as the mountains can reach. For I will remember that, like my father, I am a fighter. And that Daddy Little's girl has never looked so different, but yet so pretty.